How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video. And, well, we are going to be looking at another episode from Fallout from Amazon Prime. And, first off, this kind of started getting interesting with this episode. Now, I'm going to say this. A couple of cool references. One, the music you would have heard from the Minutemen Radio is present in this episode, which is pretty nice. The German Shepherd has been named Dog Meat by the Ghoul. And we also get a red rocket station. So that was pretty cool. So, all in all, the pieces are kind of coming into place for our characters. I guess first I'll talk about Lucy and Maximus, who currently Lucy and Maximus were at Vault 4. Lucy got into some trouble, and I'm gonna say I was kind of thrown in a loop because she's being like dragged away when they like they're clearly not happy for what happened with Lucy, and I guess in some sense there was a little bit of a misunderstanding, because at first Lucy thought that these people were experimenting on individuals, but it turns out it was quite the opposite. They're trying to keep them from having to be dealt any more pain, so to speak. They show her a video of like the original, basically the original citizens of Vault 4, where these people in Vault 4 were all scientists, and unfortunately, some of their experiments, including something like the Gulper, got loose. So, yeah, the residents at Vault 4, who originally were wastelanders, have basically repurposed it to be a better community. And they kind of set it up that, like, because of Lucy disturbing the peace, they're going to execute her. But it turns out, no, they're so wholesome at this point that, I mean, even though they were, like, committing to a blood ritual for Moldaver, eventually, they basically just let her go. It's even funnier when even Maximus doesn't know what's going on, so he takes the fusion core that they have to power up his power armor, and proceed to try to create a freaking situation with Lucy. By the end, telling him, "No, it's cool. They're just letting me go." He's like, "Really? Oh, looking around like, oops." I thought that was funny. So they continue their adventure. Maximus kind of reluctant to leave, but whatever. And at first, they almost leave with him taking the power core, or the fusion core. But he basically caves when Lucy, convinces him. And they leave it back at Vault 4. So after that, they continue their journey to find the head. They do end up coming across Thaddeus, the other member of the Brotherhood, and he's been kind of dragging one foot along to try to accomplish his mission. And at one point, he comes across the Snake's Oil salesman from the second episode, and oh boy, is that interesting. Especially when like Thaddeus, his foot's hurt, so he gives him this serum, or Thaddeus inhales it, and his whole foot starts to heal. I mean, honestly, that should have been a red flag right there. It's even more so when he is waiting for a ride from the Brotherhood, and Maximus and by the way, no, I got to backtrack because something really cool happened. And I will say I appreciate them kind of like pulling the Band-Aid off before episode 8. Maximus reveals that he's not Titus, he's Maximus. And Lucy was like, "Hey, I threw some acid on an innocent man. I mean, we both done some shitty shit." So, I like that they did that. So, but going back to Thaddeus, they catch up with him. He gets a crossbow bolt to the neck, and after not dying, they realize that the serum, or at least he realizes that the serum that he took, just turned him into a ghoul. So now he can't die, so to speak. But he probably has to continue, sucking down the serum. But anyway, with that out of the way, Thaddeus leaves because at this point with the Brotherhood, they're going to kill him. He gives Maximus the head. And Maximus, coming up with kind of a cool idea, though they're going to probably wonder where it's at. He proceeds to take another head that was around this radio tower that they were at, and proceeds to basically kind of bash the face in and give Lucy the head so she can go find her father, whereas he brings back their head, or a random head, to throw off the Brotherhood. So fun. We see Maximus walking towards the drop-off point for the Brotherhoods, or the pickup point. Lucy goes off on her own way, and we see the ghoul kind of continuing with coming over to figure out what's going on. Now we do get a little bit more backstory of like before the bombs drop, where Cooper is still slowly his fears and his I would say like some of his doubts start to build more and more after going to a meeting where this woman, or Moldaver, she basically discusses how Voltec has been buying off various companies, including one that would have produced cold fusion, which would be in a sense a way to for the US and other countries to have almost unlimited source of power. But Cooper, doesn't trust her, so she gives him a listening device. And even with this listening device, he's kind of doubtful of like, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? So he proceeds to, just to be safe, connect it to his wife's Pip-Boy. And at first he throws in the trash, but again, his doubts are building up as time progresses, and he ends up having to dig it out of the trash because that sort of question keeps egging on him. I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen next, but good lord, has this show been really good so far. I will say, all I'm going to say is this: everything seems to be coming together. Lucy's going to go find her dad, or at least help try to find her dad. Maximus, in some way, we'll see, will probably please the Brotherhood. Again, we'll see. The ghoul, or Cooper, is on his way, and in between flashbacks, we're kind of seeing what's going on. Oh, also, before I forget, Norm, in his take in all this, has also been having his doubts with everything. And at one point, he actually hacks into the Overseer's office after half of the population of Vault 33 are transferred to Vault 32, and starts sending messages and getting responses from somebody called Overseer Vault 31. So, pretending to be Betty, he basically tells Overseer 31 that, hey, my mission's not going well. I need to see you. And they're like, come over immediately. And the episode kind of ends with Norm not only getting into the vault, but also seeing something in the vault. And again, it ends there. Again, I am like very curious to see what goes on in episode 8. It is the last episode, and I am so freaking excited for it. But anywho, I think with this episode, I want to give it. Trying to think of like the best. You know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna give this an 8. You know, I want to personally. I want to give it an 8. I'm still being drawn in. I'm like, so far, it's been really good. Some of the comedy, some of the how some of the character interactions remind me of stuff that you would have seen in Fallout. So all in all, really good. By the way, I should point out too, since I kind of forgot towards the beginning, it was directed by Claire Kilner and Frederick Toy. Written by Chaz Hawkins, Grant Wagner, Geneva Robertson Durrett, and starring, as usual, Ella Pornell, Aaron Moten, and Moses Iris. So, anyway, all in all, also Walton Googans. So, anyway, all in all, I'm gonna give it an 8. I really enjoyed it. Makes me. It continues to make me feel like I'm, experiencing a Fallout show, or at least a moment in the game, I would say. And I am looking forward to episode 8, seeing everything just kind of tie together. So, anyway, I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.